All right, we're going to call our meeting to order and we'll have our salute to the flag. Alvin, you can lead us in pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Joan, do we have the open public meeting act announcement, or should I ask if this has been?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it has. The only slight alteration was we moved the meeting to this room, which is, as you can see, is only 3 doors down from 308. We publicized that on the website, and we put the notice on the door, so very clear that anyone wants to be in this meeting, they can. But it was published, the prior meeting date, published.
Thank you, Joe. And the reason for the move, obviously, is we became very cramped, and it seemed that we've kind of outlived the room 308. I think this is actually a little bit more comfortable, and hopefully this will allow for good discourse as we move forward. Roll call, commissioners.
Mr. Zabowski.
Here.
Mr. Grillo.
Here.
Mr. Scott.
Here.
Mr. Davis.
Here.
Mrs. Duffy.
Here.
Ms. Fisher.
Here.
Councilwoman Lovett.
Here.
Thank you, Joan. Everyone received a copy of the minutes of February 29, 2024. I hope you had a chance to review it and take a motion for acceptance with any modifications if necessary.
I'll second.
Joan?
Mr. Zabowski.
Yes.
Mr. Grillo.
Yes.
Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy.
Yes.
Ms. Fisher.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovett.
Yes.
Now we go to authorization for payment of bills, non-NL. These are A through J. If there's any questions?
STK Services, is that Mr. Kronowski?
Yes, it is.
Okay. There also somewhere in here further, you have a resolution to pay him for the year, correct? January through December?
It's a $20,000 a year.
From January?
No, going forward from now, when he's been appointed.
I think it says January in the paperwork.
When we get to resolution, we'll amend that?
Yeah, amendment.
Okay.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, you're wondering if he's getting 750 and 20.
Right, well, yeah, I mean, if we paid him January, February, March, it shouldn't start in January, right?
Right.
And it shouldn't be 20,000 because it should be prorated from April through December.
20,000 over 12 months.
Okay, but the 12 months that are in the resolution
Which we're going to
are
amend.
incorrect. Okay, okay.
Well, then do we need to, how do we rectify item E? So he's been paid 750 out of 20,000. Okay, we're just confirming that. He's been paid that for the month of February? Services of March, okay. All right.
Probably the most appropriate way is that it's prorated for the moving forward from April to the end of the year, the $20,000.
I don't
That
think
way we're
we-
not over.
Yeah, I don't think Wayne has an expectation that he's going to
Correct.
get for January, February, March, equivalent of 20,000.
So we're going to correct it, right?
This bill will be paid,
This will be paid.
but the resolution will be amended.
Right,
and we'll do
for
that tonight.
April through December and prorated.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions on the authorization for non-L bills? Hearing none, can I get a motion?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Zabowski.
Yes.
Mr. Grillo.
Yes.
Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy.
Yes.
Ms. Fisher.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovett.
Yes.
Now, authorization for payment of bills, NL related, non-escrow to be paid when funds are available, K and L. Questions or comments? Can I get a motion?
Make a motion?
Second.
Second. Okay. Didn't hear it.
Roll call.
Roll call?
Mr. Zabatsky?
Yes.
Mr. Gallow?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yeah.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson?
Yes.
Authorization for payments of bills to be paid from escrow accounts, to be paid only if escrow funds are available, M through S.
Motion to approve on roll call vote.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Mr. Zabatsky?
Yes.
Mr. Grillo?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson?
Yes.
New business. Any new business for the commissioners?
I don't have new business, but I do have a question on receipts. It's not something we directly vote on. But I did have a question about the analysis of receipts and disbursements. Is this the appropriate time to make that question?
I think so. Go ahead.
Okay, so on the receipts that we receive, I saw something I did not see normally, and I did check back on October and did not see that line item for rental agreements. Do we know what the rental agreements are for?
Billboard sign.
The billboard signs are rental agreements. That's why we didn't see them before, because they're rolling back on.
They issued a big check at the end of last year. And now it's going monthly and you'll see it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Can't hear them down here when they talk. We can't hear you down
Well,
here.
The answer was the 8,000 in revenue is the monthly rental for the building.
Okay,
Which continues to go on despite the fact that the billboard will be taken down for a period of time. Correct.
Till the end of the lease term.
Available, what is it, GIS? Yeah.
You're talking about.
I'm just asking generally, actually, or maybe
GIS.
commenting, you know.
With the GIS, but you can do that before that. You can
Okay.
go through and have certain things put on the website. On a SERA website, if you create it, there's certain maps in there that would be beneficial probably for the public.
I think I'd like to do that or see what's the method in order to get that accomplished. I think that would be helpful.
You don't have to wait for the GIS. You can go through and just put it on the website.
Okay.
Whoever handles the website for the borough, have them contact Justin. Justin will provide the maps digitally so that they can go through and put it on.
Okay. I'm assuming Tom Brecken, but I'll forward the request to him and then see where it goes with it. But thank you. I think that'd be very helpful. Any other new business to the board?
Appreciate that as a new member. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all. It's terrific.
Any other new business? Moving on to pending matters. A, waterfront development.
Pardon me?
Justin, you want to update? Sure.
There's an update of the board in the past month. Redeveloper has done geotechnical exploration for the Victory substation. Borings to try to determine the depth. They've done access road preparation, we're discussing the cases we know, that's the track, SERA, sometime this summer. They continue to develop the site for the storm sewer. They have finished the force main, last month they completed the force main property. This month they completed the force main two-way progress there.
Which means they have a sewer for Bastrop. Okay, that's the key.
They've done a lot of site clearing. They are preparing to continue a structural build with sometime in May. They went out for bids for the Bass Pro, the corn shell part of it. They have bids received for the concrete structural, and they expect to award that sometime.
Mr. Chairman, one other thing that Mike and I will be talking to the agency on for the next meeting. But Aspire has different requirements that are coming down that we're gonna have to comply with in order for the project to go through and move forward. Mike and I have been talking with Riverton and with their attorney, and we'll probably have a report for you for the next meeting.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin. I think it might be also beneficial since we have a number of new members, if in fact we could schedule an opportunity for the commissioners to go down to the site and have inspect the site and have them go through what,
Yeah.
I know their schedule is tight sometime.
The only issue is you don't want to go through and go now because it's just too wet.
Correct,
and cold.
correct, yes.
So when it warms up a little bit, that is something they're willing to do.
And would there be any, would we have to do it in groups?
It would be better not to do. Yeah, you want to do it in groups of 3, tops 4, because that, statistically, that works out. That seems to work out the best.
Okay.
With River.
That works.
That or if you're gonna have 3, you can put them in the one vehicle with none of us. Go through and explain what's going on.
Justin, or will you reach out for, to start getting available dates? Thank you. Do we have a resolution for the waterfront as well tonight? No. Commissioners' comments. Before I turn over to Joe for the executive director's report, I just want to thank Joan and everyone else that organized very quickly getting us moved in to the council chambers to be able to host our meetings. Logistically, it's not as easy as everyone thinks all the time with IT issues, electronics and logistics. So I just want to show my appreciation, say thank you. Okay. Joe, executive director's report?
Oh, can I just mention something in the commissioner's comments?
Sure.
Just a quick thing. So at the next meeting in April, the chairman has asked me to have a workshop with you all about potential vision for what you guys would like to see in downtown. It'll be a very informal half-hour discussion, but I'll probably send an email out prior to with some basic questions. What do you like about town? What do you not like? What is missing? Just to have a little bit of a conversation starter so that we're not starting cold. But that next meeting will start at 6 o'clock as opposed to 6:30 for the workshop, and then the 6:30 will be the official meeting.
And Steve, Justin has prepared for you aerials.
Thank you, Justin.
If you want to take them with you to review before the meeting, you're welcome.
Sure, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right,
Yes, please. Thank you.
at this time, I have been asked by our executive director, Himanshu Shah, who you understand is unavailable for this meeting, but to basically give you a summary of the executors' work over the last 30 or so days. So number 1, 2023 budget. The budget was reintroduced at the meeting on January 25th, 2024. Public hearing and adoption was held on February 29th, 2024. State approved the budget and the process is now complete. Number 2, the 2024 budget, the next budget. We are working on finalizing the 2024 budget. The budget will be available for introduction at the April meeting. We will provide a copy of the draft budget along with the outline of the budget goals prior to its introduction. Number 3, 2022 audit. The audit is underway by the auditor and a draft report should be available for review shortly. Obviously, that implies that we'll get it out to you and have the opportunity to review that. 2023 audit will begin immediately upon finalization of the 2022 audit. The goal is to complete the audit in a timely fashion. Number 6, Federal Landfill 3 redevelopment. Meeting was held with the developer to discuss the proposed changes to the ordinance amending the Borough of Saraville Landfill Number 3 and Melrose redevelopment plan. The meeting was amended by the SERA planner, engineer, attorney, and borough administrator. SERA planner proposed certain changes to the draft ordinance, which were accepted by the developer. The proposed amended ordinance is ready for adoption. Number 7, the Amboy Cinema site. Chairman Zabrowski, Borough Administrator and Executive Director, New Hampshire. Met with potential redeveloper, property owner, and state official for potential sports facility. This was a preliminary meeting to explore the developer's interest in the project. There are multiple issues to discuss, to explore, including the coordination of the developer of the Riverton project. Next, JCP&L power plant site. Chairman Jabrowski, Borough Administrator, and SERA Planner virtually with First Energy Representative and Gil Median, Executive Vice President of CBRE Inc. First Energy has interest in expanding switching facility on the site. There was no conclusion as JCP&L needs to approach the property owner first before engagement with the borough or SERA. Please note that this may not be a development project, in which case JCP&L must work with the borough officials to pursue the necessary approval.
That is not in the redevelopment area.
Correct.
That's why the reference to it may not be a redevelopment site project, but it's out there for informational purposes so that the agency. That concludes the just for the records, Mr. Scott, you've indicated. No, you spoke, but I don't know if it.
Thank you, Joe. Any other commissioner comments?
Yes.
Go ahead, Tom.
Want to let you know about the website. Some of the older plans are on the website under the development plans and the new site. Someone's sitting next to me. We've got some of these redevelopment plans here. Some of the older ones. So we may want to, at the same time, update these redevelopment plans and put them on the SERA page as opposed to this redevelopment plans under the borough clerk, which is where they are.
Thank you, Donna. Also, thank you for putting to,
Every time there's an amendment, we would be able to manage.
thank you for also putting together the chart for SERA, which will end up on on the website as well.
May I?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did not.
Any other commissioner comments?
You have a chart for Sarah?
We're working on it right now. It's preliminary.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll make sure everyone approves it before it goes on our website. But right now, it's just basically a flow chart.
And what would be wonderful is if we had
Only in your packet.
persons' pictures next to their names.
That's correct. Or just dropped it off there. Any additional commissioner comments? If none, move on to public portion. Could I get a motion to open?
Make a motion to open to the public.
Roll call.
Mr. Chairman, if
Yep.
I may, resolutions.
I was going to handle that at the end.
Thank you.
Roll call.
Mr. Zabrowski.
Yes.
Mr. Grillo.
Yes.
Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy.
Yes.
Ms. Fisher. Councilwoman Robert.
Yes.
Opportunity for the public. Any comment?
Make a motion, we close the public.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Zabrowski.
Yes.
Mr. Grillo.
Yes.
Mr. Scott. Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy.
Yes.
Ms. Fisher.
Yes.
Councilwoman Robert.
Yes.
We have several resolutions to approve this evening. Joe, you want to go through those? We'll go to each resolution for the, I'll do it. Resolution of the Sayreville Economic and Redevelopment Agency establishing salary for agency chief financial officer and designated dates for workshop and regular meetings from May through December of 2024 and the 2025 reorganization meeting. As noted, we will, this resolution should be amended to reflect that it is effective as of, I guess it would be April 1st. and the 20,000 would be prorated for the remainder of the year.
Make a motion?
Have a motion?
I make a motion to accept the resolution.
Second? Can I get a roll call?
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Second.
Mrs. Duffy?
Thanks.
Mr. Dubrasky?
Yes.
Mr. Grillo?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mrs. Duffy?
Yes.
Ms. Victor?
Yes.
Councilwoman Love?
Yes.
We have a resolution of the Saraville Economic and Redevelopment Agency approving shared services agreement between the Borough of Saraville and the Saraville Economic Redevelopment Agency. Questions or comments?
I have a question, Mr. Chair. Who drafted this for us? Who drafted it, number one? And number two, can you explain what the shared services are? Because I'm noticing in the resolution, you have a lot of items that are covered by, like the payroll services and escrow accounts. Aren't they covered under the CFO? And also the budget and the audit, wouldn't they be covered under the executive director and also the assistant executive director? So can you explain
I can.
these shared
I
services?
can, and I'll ask Anthony to assist as well, but just as by way of explanation, A through F are not duplicate efforts by SERA and the borough. What they are ancillary duties where the borough will pick up, let's say, if a financial document that the borough was filing and also must be filed in conjunction with SERA or SERA in conjunction with the borough, they would assist with the filing of that. As far as budgeting, auditing, filing services are concerned, again, they would be, again, a collaborative or our independent agency would be doing. We need the physical storage of the agency records to be here. We want to be able to memorialize that. So part of this is memorialization, and in part is the collaboration where there are certain responsibilities that both the borough and SERA will do, and they do it in conjunction with each other. So there is not a duplication of the work of the CFO or the executive director. Is that correct, Anthony? Okay. And I thank you for the question, too. Any other questions in reference to this resolution? Okay. If not, can I get a motion?
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Okay, I have a
Yep.
question.
Go ahead.
So when you have the shared services, who determines like what goes where? You know what I'm saying? You have shared services. I kind of agree with Rosetta a little bit. I don't understand exactly how you're gonna divide up all of the, the financial thing maybe, or does it have to do with filing?
Yes,
record
there's
keeping?
certain, from what, and please, but I believe there's certain commonalities, particularly in filings where the borough and SERA may be doing it and may need to be able to do it jointly. A lot of this is memorialization. Some of that's always been done, but we've not had the formality of a shared service agreement. But because as we're trying to be able to make everything as transparent as possible, that's the reason for the resolution. But there will not be, or there is not a I wouldn't say an overflow, but we're not doing the same duplicate work.
For example, we're gonna store the agency at the in Borough Hall. So there'll be coordination between the business administrator and the executive director as to where documents can be located in Borough Hall. We have a website where we file our documents, so official website. Then where the payroll escrow services that are being paid through the borough. So a lot of these things are happening, but just formally being shared service agreement and determining what goes where and who does what, is basically collaboration between business and funds.
And who?
Our executive director.
So right now, who handles the payroll? The borough does?
Technically, Wayne is doing that, like, then the borough will pick up.
I couldn't hear him.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Technically, Wayne is doing that.
He's
for,
doing it.
this month, but I think the borough is going to be taking over that process as of April.
As of April. So he won't be doing that. Okay. Thank you. Thank
And
you.
Anthony, just for a point of clarification, unlike other boards and commissions, we are an independent entity. And a shared services agreement makes sense in that we really are, excuse me, we're a separate entity from the from the government. And there are times where if we were a planning board or a zoning board, you wouldn't need this type of agreement. But because of our status as an independent entity, there are times where we will need this. That's why this is occurring.
Some towns will ask separate agencies.
Any other comments on the resolution? I think we already had a person second, right? Or no? Roll call?
Mr. Dabrowski?
Yes.
Mr. Grillo?
Yes.
Mr. Scott? Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Duffy?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovett?
Yes.
I believe there is no need for a resolution to go into executive session, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I would say that we would be looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Do we need an all in favor or a roll call? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful holiday weekend and please be safe.